Okay, I'm going to try to make this video with as little edits as possible because I'm kind of crunched for time. So I'm going to go over the supplies that I'm going to use while I'm doing the Oregon BDR. This is the second BDR that I'm done. So yeah, I think I've learned just about what I need. The goal is to make the bike as light as possible so it still does good off-road. Of course, if you pack a whole bunch of shit that you don't need, then the bike gets too heavy and it handles like shit off-road. So let's go over some of the things that I packed to try to keep it as light as possible and still be comfortable spending a week doing off-road stuff. Okay. So the first thing is the stove. Obviously we need fire, a pan, because I cannot stand those freeze-dried meals. I think they're gross. Last time I tried to live off of them, it was gross. It was a terrible time. I got a pump to blow up my air mattress and a little portable shower so I can take showers. Foldable bag, waterproof, so I can hold water to take showers with or wash clothes, because I don't take very many clothes with me. Obviously, I need a French press. Or this one's not going. Oh. Just kidding about that one. This is my French press, and then this is a thermos that I have filled with water and ice. Only use it for water, so that way I don't end up doing a bunch of cleaning. My air mattress, my little micro chair, mosquitoes, keep the mosquitoes away. This works really good for just keeping them away. My utensils, fork, knife, spoon, carrier for the knife. This is just to weigh everything, so that way I make sure it's balanced on the bike. Both bags weigh around the same. My one-man sleeping bag, or sleeping tent. Music's the only entertainment that I really said that really came in handy. Last time I tried to bring a little TV screen, but we never ended up watching TV, and then it broke. Sleeping bag, obviously it's a 0-degree bag, so it's going to be hot, so I'll probably be sleeping with it open. And then this right here is a power bank to charge phones, camera, all my equipment that runs off of batteries. It works really good. It holds a lot of storage, and it doubles as a light. There you go. Doubles as a light. So that's basically my campsite. The tools I'm going to bring is I'm going to bring a set of ratchets and sockets. I've got 2 tubes, front and back, because my bike runs on tubes. A crescent wrench, tire remover tools, full-size spoons, zip ties, tape, something to pump my tires up with. It also doubles as a light. And then the tools that I need to remove my rear tire. And some Allen wrenches, a patch kit, and that's it. So that is everything that I'm going to bring, besides like the clothes I'm going to wear and the bags that I'm going to put on the bike. That's trying to keep it as light as possible, and I'm not afraid to throw stuff away when it's not suiting me, right? If my bike's still too heavy and it's still handling like shit, I will literally stop and throw stuff away until it starts handling good, because obviously you don't want to get out there and just be messing with the heavy ass beast. Some of it is ultralight hiking stuff and some of it is not. I have a lot of lights with me and I don't have a lot of extra stuff, and that's because I'm riding with 2 other people that are also going to be bringing the same kind of stuff. So there's a little bit of redundancy. If one of my things break, then they can use mine, and if one of their things break, then they can use their, you get the point, right? And then I'm going to also go over the clothes that I'm going to wear. Probably going to focus on doing layers. Last trip, we had a guy that packed way too much stuff. He ended up mailing a bunch of stuff back home, because once you're out there, you kind of realize, there's some things that you're just not going to do, and there's some things you are going to do. And then other things is you just you don't want to be too heavy. The most important thing is not being too heavy, because if you're too heavy, it's just not going to be fun. Your bike's not going to handle the way you're expecting it to handle. So the big focus is trying to pack as light as possible. Of course, I could definitely go lighter, but some of the things that, like, if I ever have to actually change a tire, I don't want to be using those little micro spoons because the tires for my bike are real stiff. If I get a hole, something like that. And I don't want to use little baby wrenches and stuff like that to do it with. So, also I don't have like a torque wrench and some of those other things. So it'll be the German torque specs. I believe that's good and tight. All right, so I'm finished packing. Basically I just put all that stuff that you guys seen inside of a bag. I've got 3 bags, and they all weigh about the same. They're all about 20 pounds, 21-ish pounds. So I'm looking at about 65 pounds. So then that's going to go on top of the Africa Twin. Okay, the bike's all packed up. This is why I like the Tusk system, is because every bag has, like, I'm going to get the camera right here. Every bag has 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then the 5th one's going underneath that, straps. So 6 straps for each bag. This bag has also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this bag is the whatever that one is, and then it also has 4 straps. It's the only one that moves around quite a bit. Problem is that if I don't have any food in it, then I have to squish it down and it gets a fold right there. So when I put food in it, it handles a little bit different. Right now it's completely empty. There's nothing in here, mainly because I'm going to buy food along the way. There will be a 6-pack of Coca-Colas in there, I'm sure, with some ice, because this is an insulated bag. But this is basically what I've got going on. And if you look on this side, I have my little wire that I plug into where I would normally plug my heated gloves into. I just kind of tap into that, and then I run a cord all the way to in here where I got my power bank, and that's going to work out really good. Naturally, I'm still going to hem this up, try to like tie it all up so it's not doing this and getting burned. And that's the other thing, when you do this, you want to make sure that you got your muffler is completely strap free, because the muffler loves to melt straps all over it. Like, this is fine. This part doesn't really get super duper hot, and it's kind of hard for it to get to it. But if there's anything that's on that part of the muffler, or even like the lower parts or something that's going to sit on it for a long time, it's just going to melt the shit out of it, and then you're going to have broken straps. But luckily, Tusk does the straps. They strap everything's got straps for fucking everywhere. Okay, go over real fast the gear that I'm going to be taking with me as far as like clothing and stuff goes. So, and I'll try to give a brief explanation why. So first, this is thin undershirts, like yoga type material, stretchy. I like these because when you sweat, it will stay wet for a little while, and it keeps you cool a little bit longer. I feel like it keeps you cool, and it also keeps you warm. So it's like a double thing. That, and it keeps like the dust off my skin, which I don't like being dirty. Shoei helmet. I think this is like the X2 or some shit. It works pretty good. I've definitely got my uses out of it. It does have a cardo on it, so I can listen to music, but I don't really like listening to music when I do off-road stuff. I got these Alpine Star pants. I like that they have the mesh. Mesh works really good, especially when it's hot. The breeze just blows right through. So as you're riding, you can really feel the breeze blowing through. And then I got this Scorpion jacket. It probably has like 0 slide protection. I thought it was a better jacket than it was, but it's working for me now. it's not rated at all for anything, but hopefully, you know, hopefully if I slide out, it'll fucking do something. But I will be wearing this over the t-shirt. This is the Fox Titan, I believe, and it's got the hard plastics everywhere. I've taken a couple crashes with it on my dirt bike. It works pretty good. Going more, yeah, I like it. Seems like it's saved me from breaking a couple ribs a couple of times. And then I have these, I don't even know what they are. They're fucking Trail Master boots. They're not as rigid as I would like, but that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, especially because I don't bring an extra pair of shoes. These are my everything shoes, my camp shoes, my riding shoes. You know, they're a little bit stiff, but if you undo the buckles like this and just walk around into camp, it's not that bad. It's not like dirt bike shoes, which probably would be better for dirt bike shoes. These are rated for slide protection on the street. Alpine Star is really good. I like Alpine Star. Scorpion, I'll probably never buy Scorpion again, but this jacket is really cool and breathable. I took all the armor, the pads out of the jacket because I'm using those as my pads. So this is basically going to be my riding gear. So this will be everything that I keep that I'll be riding in. Of course, the jacket is optional. I'll take that off and on, but basically this stuff right here is definitely going to be on me the whole time. 24/7. It's going to start to stink and fucking get sweaties all in it and nastinesses. So this is my camp clothes. It's going to be the hoodie, a pair of pants, and a light t-shirt. And then, of course, my boots. And that's it. And the only reason I'm bringing these is because I don't want to be completely naked while I'm washing everything else that needs to be washed. And I have that bucket that you've seen, and we'll probably buy some like soap along the trail, like just a little thing of soap. It seemed like it worked out really good last time we did this. I don't bring anything that's like cotton because it takes forever to dry. I go all synthetics, mostly for the most part. And, you know, if it starts getting too cold, I can always put all of this stuff on. I can put the pants on. I can put the dirt bike pants on, or you know, I can layer all this stuff up if it gets really cold. I don't think it'll get that cold where I have to layer everything up. This is everything that I plan on wearing. I am going to try to use this thing. It is like, it goes over the leg like that. Because I do remember last time the pocket situation, like pulling my phone out of my pocket or pulling my wallet out of my pocket, seemed like it was kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work, I'm going to end up throwing it in the trash can along the way because, like I said, if I brought anything that I know is too much, I'm going to throw it away. I'm just going to throw it in the trash. And the main thing is because we're trying to stay as light as possible. I'm sure that I could have made the bike go a lot lighter, get a lot of ultra light stuff, but it's also like it's an expense thing too, right? So I think my tent, I paid $100 for it. You could have bought a $40 tent that weighs, you know, I think I got a 4-pound tent. You could have got a $40 tent that weighs like 7 pounds, or you could have spent $400 and got a super ultra light tent that weighs like a pound. So, you know, we're splitting the difference on weight savings versus like cheapness. I'm not going to go like carbon fiber poles and, you know, super duper ultralight stuff. And then there's some things that I don't want to go lightweight on, like the tools and everything. So I think that's it. I think after I put this all in the bag, well, I'm going to put 3 things are going to be packed. It's going to be the t-shirt. It's going to be, let me see. It's going to be the t-shirt, the pants, and the hoodie. I'm going to bring 2 pairs of socks. I don't have to show you what socks look like. They're just going to be regular socks. And then I'm going to bring 2 pairs of boxers. That way I can wash one so I'm not getting like fucking ball rot. You know what I mean? you also want to take care of yourself while you're out there. The shoes, there's nothing I can really do about it. I'm not bringing extra shoes. But as far as this goes, the bike, I mean, it's pretty low profile ish. The bag's not sticking up. I put my sleeping bag back here so it's soft. And when I'm riding on here, I can have a place to like lean back, which I like that. Worked out really good for me. Okay. That's it. I think this is the end of the video. Um, I'll try to post the trip that I do. I'll try to post it like, day by day. And I will try to make it exciting. I mean, I'm not going to do nothing to make it exciting. Like, I'm not going to go fucking, you know, talk shit to a police officer or something. Or, I'm not going to try to fucking do no jumps or super duper backflip shits. But, I'll try to make it exciting through the editing. If you're into doing the BDR stuff and into the off-road stuff, then hopefully this stuff is interesting to you. If you're just getting into it, hopefully this is helpful. I know there's 1,000,000,000 channels out there, but this is what I'm doing. This is mine. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll answer them. I've been through lots of different supplies. I've went through different what do you call it? Gear. I've went through a lot of different gear. I've got a whole closet full of gear that just fucking didn't work for me. I'm finding the stuff that does work for me. Okay. Guess that's it. Bye-bye.